Welcome to Charlotte's channel. Here she is. Like, subscribe and comment down below. Oh, and ding the bell. Ding ding.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I know I haven't uploaded for a little while. I will explain. It was my birthday the end of last month, so because we was going away to Center Parcs, I never got round to really filming a video, and by the time I probably did, it was too late. So I thought I would do a combination of February and March and put them together. So first of all, for February, what I do, and each time I have a favourites of that I enjoyed that day, I write it down on my phone on notes so I can have it all jotted down, so for when I film these videos it's already there for me, so I can just go ahead and explain. So the first film that I enjoyed that month was called Fighting With My Family. So it has Dwayne Johnson, or formerly known as The Rock, as he was in WWE. So the film is based around, so there is a brother and a sister, and their whole family have been like wanted, well, mainly more the brother and sister have always wanted to be part of WWE, and there are some trials to try and get into wrestling entertainment world. It's regarding around an actual true life story of a WWE person called Paige. It's based around her life and how she got into obviously that experience. A really good film. It has Stephen Merchant in it as well, and he was the actual director and the creator of the film, and got Dwayne Johnson to be part of it because obviously that was his previous experience as well, and obviously then he got into filming. So the next thing that I have to mention is called Flip Fit. So if you have a local trampolining park that's to you, most of them actually do like fitness classes as well, like obviously on the trampolines. And the one that's local to me, which is in Flip Out in Chatham, a mixture of like circuits, so like doing things like mountain climbers, thing called bear crawl, so you have to be like really low and like crawl from one side of the trampoline and then back again. I can do like press ups, like plank and everything on the trampoline, so basically like what you would normally do without a trampoline. And like there's like movements that we do with like our arms, and they get you to like lift your arms and do like this and try and hold it up. And I know you're obviously on a trampoline, it's got nothing to do with being on the trampoline, but it really works your muscles, and you can just do that in your household as well, and you really do feel it. But yeah, they do that at Flip Out. And yeah, so if you've got a local trampoline park to you, it's like, I think there's one that's not far from me as well called Soar, and they do a fitness thing as well. So yeah, if you've got a local trampoline park to you, you can do it by yourself or do it with like a couple of friends. The one local to me is about, I think, £6 for an hour, which I think is really good. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, if you enjoy trampolining or you just want a different way of working out, I would definitely recommend it. And there is like a poster that they have there. It actually, you burn 3 times the more amount of calories than what you do going for a run. And as well, it's great fun. And I said you can do it by yourself, with your partner, because I drag Perry along with me, and or you can go with your friends. So yeah, it's Flip Out near me, and it's called Flip Fit, the actual fitness trampolining class. So as I said, it was my birthday the end of the month. That was pretty much all my favourites, but I will mention a few things that I actually got for my birthday. So one of them was called Showstopper, and it's an improvised music gift that of a show that Perry got for me, and we actually went to that this month, and it was really good. I would definitely recommend it. They're only doing it once a month now. When we went to go and watch it, it was at the Other Palace, and they got to be there for about a week or two and do like a 2:30 and a 7:30 show. So there's about 6 actors, and how they work out the improvised musical. So they have like a director that is obviously trying to create a new musical. So they ask like a scenario. So this one was based on the Eden Project, and then they ask for like 4 different musicals. So for this one, I remember there to be like Hair, Rent, Hamilton, and then there was one other, I can't remember. And they asked for like a title of the show. So then because it was obviously based with the Garden Eden, they thought, Adam and Eve. So it ended up being called Would You Adam and Eve It. For each thing there's always going to be something different, and then they end up doing a musical based around all the things that they've sorry, my cat was sitting beside me. He wanted something to eat, so yeah, so there's like 5 characters, and they do an improvised show based on, so the 4 musicals and the name of the title and a scenario that they are given with. So it's obviously always different each time. So when I went to have a look on the reviews, most people actually went to see it more than once, because it's always going to be different. They do a kids, which is at the Udderbelly on South Bank, and then they're doing it once a month at different theatres around the UK. So I would definitely recommend it. It's going to be different each time, so if you do want to go to multiple, you're more than welcome to. One of the other things that Harry got for me is to go and watch Sons of Pitches. So it's an a cappella group that won the Gareth Malone Naked Choir back in 2015. So they have done quite a few tours since then, and they're a great a cappella group. Me and Perry have watched them since they've won the show, and they started doing tours, and we've watched them ever since, and they always get the audience involved as well. And yeah, so if you like a cappella or any sort of singing, I would definitely recommend going and watch the Sons of Pitches. I will put a link down below of their website where you can buy the ticket. My last thing that I got for my birthday that fits in with the February favourites was that I have got from my family paid towards for me to fly in a tiger moth for 30 minutes. Pretty random, but my brother did it a few years ago for one of his birthday, and it looked really good. And for a split minute of I think a minute or two, they actually go through with you on how to actually fly it yourself. But obviously you will have the other person there taken over if anything. But yeah, you get an experience in a tiger moth plane, which I'm actually quite looking forward to. I've actually got to book it yet. Trying to do it for a time when I'm actually got off, and I will probably film for you guys, and it'll probably be in one of my favourites in the next couple of months, so look out for that if you watch how that all went on. So if we now go into my March favourites, first of all I'm going to go through my phone list that I've got beside me. So the first thing that I did, I went to Canberra Sands with my mum for a fitness weekend, which was from Friday to Sunday. What you get to do is choose 2 classes, which I chose hip hop step and funk fit, and then I'd got some extra classes to do kangoo jumps. And the guy said to me, like, no one's ever fallen over with kangoo jumps when he's taught it. And I felt like sometimes I was going to, but I actually never did. No one actually ever fell over, and it was a great class. But the only thing with it, they did it at the end of like the Saturday, so we was all kind of like knackered, but it was great fun. And I would definitely recommend if you have got a kangoo jumps local to you. And what I will do is I will insert a clip, a bit that my mum filmed whilst I was doing it, to show Perry, because he wasn't there, so just to see what the class was actually like. So I will insert a clip now. And I probably will do it again, because they do Fitness Fiesta in Canberra Sands in March and October. So I've already paid my deposit, and I'm dragging Perry along this time for October. So yeah, they do it in March and October, and it's called Fitness Fiesta. And as well, they do have other classes in the big main hall. Like I did HIIT, which was like really hard. Like I was melting after doing a class, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And they did like clubbercise as well. So the next thing that we went, so when I come back from Canberra Sands, Monday to the Friday, my whole family went to, my mum, my dad, me, Perry, my brother and his girlfriend Kennedy, we all went to go Centre Parks in Elvedon Forest. I was going to vlog, but because it was the first time we've actually gone on holiday, the whole 6 of us, I kind of just wanted to enjoy the moment. But if you do want to see what one of the Centre Parks is like, I did do a vlog on my birthday last year, and that was at Winefell Forest. You will find it on my channel, so if you do want to watch those vlogs. When we went to the Winefell, it was actually snowing, and I've never been on holiday where there's snow. And there was like in a swimming pool when you was going outside, it was like snowing on you and you were throwing like little snowballs at each other. That was great fun. But I would, if you have been to Center Parcs and you've been thinking about going to Center Parcs, I would definitely watch my 2 videos on my channel to get an experience of what Center Parcs is like. People might feel like it's a lot of money, but if you're going with a group of people and you like share one house, you're thinking of up to like 8 people sleeping in one like house as well. So by the time you divide it into for like each couple or something, it doesn't actually work out too bad. But obviously it just depends on when you're going, because obviously if it's the summer holidays, then it will be a little bit more. But yeah, it's a great place to go with like family or friends. So the next, Terry loves board games. If you look in my wardrobe, it is full of board games. I'm not going to show you now because I don't know if you'd really be interested. Probably know the game Uno. So Perry recently got a game, and it's this. So it's called Uno Dice Game. So Perry got some extra and bought another version so he can have more dice. I would definitely recommend it, especially it's a good one to play if you're trying to introduce like smaller ones on how to play the game before you actually play the card game, because it says from 7+, but I think you can easily teach kids a little bit younger than that. But it says 2 players, but obviously if you buy another one of these tins, you can obviously play with multiple people. So yeah, I would recommend, if you're a fan of Uno, or just a fan of board games like Perry, you will definitely enjoy this game. I think it was probably like a £5 or not even, or a little bit more than that, but yeah, it's a good game if you are interested. So the next thing that we went to is Move It. So it's a dance expo that I have been probably quite a few times with Perry since I've been with him. Been there probably about 5 times, I was including this year. Basically a big dance expo that has universities and college performing arts and dance and then on a big stage obviously to show off themselves, so people are interested to go and talk to them, because they have like stalls so people can go around and talk about applying, get a bit of information really. And then they have a freestyle stage that anyone can just take part and show off their moves, and it goes through, there's like so many, like every hour they do like a competition, and then right at the end they do all the winners from each of the rounds do like a face off. So yeah, so if you are like a lover of dance, or like you're looking to go into performing arts or like a dance school, then I would definitely recommend with going to Move It. They've already announced the dates for next year. It's always around like the 1st or 2nd week of March, but yeah, it's called Move It, and it's a dance expo. But the next thing is a Nintendo game, but the game that I've been playing probably like once a week. So me and my friend Amy, we've both been playing Donkey Kong Island. So it's kind of like the Mario version, and it's probably taken us a couple of months to complete. It was actually quite sad when we finished it, but then kind of glad at the same time, because some levels were a lot more harder than others. But I would definitely recommend it if you are a fan of like Mario. I would say I would get the Donkey Kong Island game. It is great fun. But now Perry's recently bought is this game. So it's only just recently come out. So it's called Yoshi Crafted World. So this is kind of like the same version with like the Donkey Kong and the Mario, but this one is Yoshi. So I've started to play the game already, but I've just played like the first level. If you've played the demo already, which you can unlock on, this is on a Nintendo, this is on the Nintendo Switch, so you can play the demo on here. So I would definitely recommend me playing the demo first, just so you know what to expect on the game. But I would definitely recommend buying it if you're used to playing, I said, the Donkey Kong or the Mario version. So yeah, this is Yoshi Crafted World. And as well, because Perry got it through game, he got this little, hi Bean, meow. So on it you got this like little egg, and it's like really soft, but we'll probably use it to place like headphones or something in. But it's got like a little tag, so saying like Yoshi's Crafted World, but like this bit is like velvety. And yeah, so I'm probably going to use it to put like headphones, or even put the little game cards that would normally be in now, but it's at Perry's at the moment. But that kind of shows you on there on the inside of the case of like what you need to press, and to like when you like it goes like lump when you do that. When you do that to one of these, you get like a little egg like this. It like follows you around, and you use that to throw. They don't actually have it on here, but you use like little these that like follow behind the Yoshi to throw at like items to like give you more coins, and like to get, because you have to try and get five flowers on each of the level, and you can use them to throw at that to catch them if they're like in the distance. So this is the game, and it gets instead of Yoshi Crafted World, and if you get it on game you get a little free little egg. So the last thing that I have got to say, March favourites, is that last night I went to go and watch Disney, the new film Disney Dumbo. It has Danny DeVito, and which I don't really need to explain films that he's been in. As well, another name that I recognised is Michael Keaton. So the film that I remember him from, if you ever watched Jack Frost, he played the dad in that, so I recognise that character. But the main one people probably recognise is obviously Danny DeVito. So I was really glad with the Disney Dumbo that they actually recreated, like there were some scenes from the original Dumbo, and it was a bit with like he was dressed up as like Dumbo was dressed up as like a clown, and they had the other clowns that was dressed up as like firemen, and they had like the fire scene, and he had to go up to the top to suck up water to blow out the fire. And then they've got that big wooden water pool on the floor, and he had to try and go down and obviously fly. And then they had a bit where I think it was like balloons, and they all started turning into like elephants because obviously he missed his mum. And then they had the little like the song as well that they played when the mum and obviously Dumbo, because the mum's like locked away, and they're both of their little trunks like wrap around each other, and like when all them scenes happen, I will admit I did cry then. I did shed a little tear because I was like, it felt quite emotional, and I did hear like a few other people cry as well that was around me, so I wasn't the only one, and I'm sure there probably maybe some of you maybe felt the same if you had watched it. So that was my last favourites of March. I will be obviously doing a favourites video next month, so if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below of any of the favourites that I've mentioned the sound of and you may go and do yourself or purchase yourself, and comment your favourites as well, because I may have a look of what you've mentioned, and they may be mentioned in future videos of mine. So as well, make sure you hit the
Ding ding
bell button so you can be notified of any future videos. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye.